Train trouble started just before 5:30 this morning when a huge Con Edison electric feeder cable that powers the rails between Stamford and Grand Central failed. Since then, only a handful of trains have made the trip, and it looks like the fix could take up to 3 weeks. We have live team coverage of this latest commuting nightmare tonight. We're going to start with Aaron Cox in New Haven with more.
Commuter chaos in the morning turning into a crisis with word train troubles could last a few days.
Oh, then we're going to have to make some arrangements. It's time as an American to roll up your sleeves and make plans.
Metro North service sent it to a tailspin when the system supplying electricity to the New Haven line went down, leaving commuters stuck with only one diesel train per hour from Stamford to Grand Central, and those were crowded, or riders could take a bus.
They didn't know what was going to go on. They put us on buses. The bus halfway to White Plains broke down. We sat on the freeway for a half hour. Another bus picked us up, got us to White Plains, got into Grand Central about an hour and a half later. So it's been a fun day.
Turns out a Con Edison crew was working at the Mount Vernon substation when a feeder cable failed, with the backup out of service. Happening right in the middle of the morning rush left commuters confused, some complaining about the lack of communication.
If you keep people informed about what's going on, they won't be as angry. If it's not your fault, being the railroad, and it's Con Ed's fault, point the finger at Con Ed, but don't leave people in the dark.
Now word from Con Ed, it could be weeks to fix the system, leaving it and Metro North looking for alternative power sources to get those trains moving, meaning replays of today's delays.
I didn't think it would take 90 minutes to get here, though.
I just had one appointment and I made it. I was a little bit late, but I lucked out. I left early, 2 hours early this morning, so had I not done that, I would have been in trouble.
To put this into perspective for you, limited train service, that means Metro North can only handle 10% of 100,000 folks who ride into New York City every day. At the height of this today, folks were taking taxis, they were renting town cars, even renting rental cars to get into the city, or they were going to stay overnight. But Darren and Sonia, when we're talking about a 3-week problem, that gets very expensive. So a lot of folks talking to their bosses. What are they going to do? We're live tonight outside Union Station in New Haven tonight. I'm Aaron Cox, News 8.